Hi everyone, my name is Samantha and I am the instructor for the debate class, and today I would like to introduce the class to you and share a little bit about what some of the expectations are going to be in the class and what it's going to be like. So I've made this PowerPoint to help introduce the class to you, and there are 6 things that I would like to share with you today. First, I want to give you my self-introduction, and then we'll briefly go over what is a debate. And then I'll explain what the first month of the class and what the second month of the class will look like. The first month is going to focus on informal debates, and the second month will focus on formal debates. So I'll explain those differences to you. And then I will like to share how I will do class announcements and share materials with the students. And finally, talk about parent communication and how I will be giving feedback to the students. So let's get started with my self-introduction. So my name is Samantha Marta. Most of the students call me Miss Marta. Parents, you can call me Samantha or Miss Marta, it doesn't matter. So I've been teaching for over 15 years and I am a certified English teacher. I have my master's degree in teaching English as a second language, and I received that from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. And since then, I have presented in numerous conferences all over the world talking about English skills and strategies. I've taught all different levels, all the way from very beginners to advanced students to scholars and everyone in the middle. I absolutely love teaching. This past month, I taught book club, and right now I'm teaching debate club as well, so I'm very excited about that. In my free time, I enjoy playing with my dog and taking my dog for walks. I also like to exercise and get outside in nature. Since it's fall right now, I like to go and see the pumpkins and all the apple orchards. And when I have free time, I also like to just sit and read books. A little bit more about my teaching experience. So I used to teach in Japan for about 8 years. When I was in Japan, I taught high school and university, and I taught everything from listening, speaking, reading, writing, pronunciation to debate skills. I also have worked for an international education management company where I helped international students prepare to study abroad in the United States and enter into American universities. So I have a lot of experience that I'm really excited to bring and share with the students. So next, let's talk about what is debate. Well, basically, debate is a formal academic competition in which students argue both sides on a given topic. So students will be given a variety of topics and they will have to either argue for or against a topic. So this is going to really improve the students' skills in many different areas. Now, for the class, let's begin by talking about what is the class going to look like for the first 8 weeks. So this is the structure of the class. You will see on the left side, it says language skills for debate, and on the right side, it says in-class practice. So for the first month, every class, the students will be learning some language strategies that connect to debate. This will be things like, how do I give my opinion? How do I make my opinion stronger? How do I make my opinion weaker? How do I interrupt another student? How do I ask a question? So we're going to learn the language to help the students be successful in a debate. This is needed before we jump into debate, so the students have the skills. So first we're going to learn the skills, and then we're going to do the practice. But while we're learning those skills, the students will have some in-class practice every week. So you'll see in the in-class practice side, for the first 5 weeks, they have practiced little mini speaking tests in class, and I'll explain more about that in a minute. And near the end, starting at week 6, we will start doing some mini debates together in class. So the first question I want to answer is, how will I choose the teammates for the debate? So every student is going to be paired with 1 or 2 other students based on their communication level. And during the first 5 weeks, I will be giving these speaking tests. And this will help me determine the student's communication level. So students will be paired with someone who has an equal level to them. So during this time, when the students have these speaking tests, they want to prepare very well because I'm going to be using that to later make their groups for them. Here's an example of what a speaking test might look like. So this is actually speaking test number 2, and you see it says be a salesman. So this is going to be an individual and assignment where the student will have to come and give a 2-minute persuasive speech. They will pretend they are a salesman and have to sell me a product. And what they're going to sell me is going to be something that most people don't want or don't need. So maybe I might be selling a pen and the students will have to talk about the pen and try to convince other students to buy that pen. Or maybe they might be selling a water bottle or toilet paper or Pokemon cards. So this will be an example of something that they will do in class that will help me to assess their speaking skills. And the students will have, again, a total of 5 of these during the first week, during the first 5 classes, I mean. And then after that, I will determine who their partner will be for the class, for the debate, and who they will be arguing against. Here's an example of some of the language that I will be teaching during the first month. So you can see on the screen right here, this is some language strategies about how to offer a different opinion. If a student disagrees and believes something else, how do they actually say that accurately in English? So these are the skills that the students will be learning. And every week the students will get a little worksheet that they will be able to see the language frames, and then we'll also do some in-class practice with the language frames. So they're both seeing it and then they're learning it and applying it right away. And at the end of every 4 weeks, the students are going to actually be writing a reflection essay. This is where they will reflect on how they did for the past 4 weeks in class. How are their debate skills growing? What are their weaknesses? What are their strengths? And then we're going to make a goal for the next 4 weeks. So this would be a great way for me and for the students to really see how they're improving, and what the students write and share are things that I'll also be able to share with the parents to update them on how their student is progressing. Now, once we get to the second month, the students will have a lot of language and a lot of practice. So at this time, we're going to actually start formal debates. So for the first 2 weeks, I'm going to teach the students the organization and structure of a formal debate. We'll talk about presentation skills, things like eye contact, how do they speak with their voice to convince other people, and we'll do a couple of mini debates. But then after that, for the last 6 classes, we're going to do formal debates. And these are going to be 30-minute debates per 4 students. So let me show you how it works. So we'll have 4 teams. There'll be a team 1, a team 2, a team 3, and a team 4. Each team will have probably 2 students. And we'll do 2 rounds. So round 1 will be for 30 minutes. And team 1 and team 2 will have a 20-minute debate. Then there'll be 5 minutes of question and answer that will come from the audience or from myself. And then at the end of the debate, I will spend some time giving the students feedback. Once that first group finishes, then we'll switch and the second group will go. Teams 3 and teams 4, and they will do the same thing. They will have 20 minutes to debate, 5 minutes for audience question and answer, and then 3 minutes for teacher feedback. So all of the students will get a turn to be the debater and also to be a listener or a judge for the debate. So this will be really good practice for the students. And we will do this every class once we start the formal debates. Now, when we do the debates, there will be 2 students that will be on the pro side and 2 students that will be on the negative side. And every week we will have a debate theme. So for example, if the theme is video games, you can see on the screen, there are 5 different topics. I will let the students pick one of these topics that most interests them, and then they will debate about that. So the students will have a theme every week and then a statement that connects to that theme. And when they get ready to do the debate, of course, they're going to have some homework, but the homework is going to be just to prepare for the debate with their partner. So the first thing that they will do is complete this worksheet. This worksheet is what they will use with their partner together. So they'll start off by thinking about 4 or 5 reasons. Then they will practice their research skills and find some evidence to support those reasons. And then they will think about what the other side might say and come up with some ideas to attack that, to help them win the debate. And all of this I will teach in the class, so those students will learn how to do this, but this is what the weekly homework will look like for the students. Next, let's move on to class announcements and homework. So for this class, all class announcements are going to go in the chat. And I will send announcements both in the parent chat and in the student chat so everyone can see them. When there is homework, and usually there will be homework at the end of every class, I will post a photo of the homework in the group chat as well. And then if there are any worksheets or documents, I will send those in the group chat. So everything will be in the group chat. Now, the weekly homework, I will not collect the weekly homework and I will not grade the weekly homework. Students are expected to do the homework and then come to class prepared. I will be looking at their in-class performance, and that's how I know if they did the homework or not. The last thing is parent feedback. I believe parent feedback is very important, and I want all parents to know how their child is doing in the class. So this is how it will work. All parents are able to get short feedback from me every 2 weeks. And this is optional. So if you want to get feedback from me every 2 weeks to know how your child is doing, please send me an email and I will give that to you. However, if there are any troubles with the student in the class, then I will automatically email the parent to let them know there are some troubles with your child. So for instance, if your child doesn't do the homework, then I will email you to let you know. Now, once a month, I will give all parents a long, detailed feedback, and you can see that on the PowerPoint behind me. I will look at these 4 things: attendance behavior, homework, their debate skills, and their reflection essay. And I will give them a score of 1 to 5, and I will leave some very detailed comments talking about what are the students' strengths and what do they need to keep working on. And I will send this to the parents' email after class number 8 and at the end of class number 16. So basically at the end of every month. Well, that's all about debate class. I hope to see you soon in the class, and I'm really looking forward to teaching you. See you soon. Bye.